Inuyasha Feudal Combat is a 3D fighting game similar to what you might, well, let's just say Power Stone keeps getting brought up every time someone plays one of these. You know the type of game even if it doesn't strictly have a genre: Power Stone, One Piece Grand Battle, Tom and Jerry War of the Whiskers, you know. Inuyasha Feudal Combat makes some effort to mechanically distinguish itself from other games of its type, but it received middling reviews mostly because it was so short and simplistic. It's a very casual game. The primary distinction Feudal Combat tries to make is it has a teamwork system, where you're partnered up with an ally. You can order your ally around, and you gain affinity with your ally depending on your moves in combat. It's a great idea in theory, and it works fine in practice, but the game is far too easy to put it into effect often. Let me repeat, it's not that the game mechanics are broken or don't work. They work fine, it's just that the game is far too easy to make proper use of them. And if you're thinking you might make better use of them in multiplayer, the game is also too unbalanced to be any fun in multiplayer unless you set up some sort of agreement beforehand. It's still a fun, casual way to kill an hour though, and I pull it back out to play it from time to time, so I figure I might as well record it this time around, going through all four story modes, which isn't a lot, honestly. There is also a, quote, mission mode, unquote, that attempts to bring more content to the game, let's say, but it's mostly just arbitrary goals set in stages you've already played in story mode. Things like break all the rocks in this stage, or destroy the hazard in this stage, or platform on this shit, or survive this long, things like that. It doesn't really add anything to the game design. From a more superficial and trivial standpoint, this is one of the few PS2 games I've found that has a reversible cover, which is what you're looking at right here. I think it looks much better than the default cover. This game was also localized into English very shortly after its Japanese release because Inuyasha was a massive hit in America. Anyway, without further trivia or discussion, let's get into the game proper.
Inuyasha, Feudal Combat!
Go ahead and pick a mode. Story mode. Go ahead and pick a story. Inuyasha's chapter. Go get him, Inuyasha.
I'm Inuyasha. 50 years ago, I was sealed by the priestess Kikyo, protector of the sacred Shikon jewel. Now I am free of the seal, and journey in pursuit of my arch-enemy, Naraku. Along my travels, I've met Moroku, the monk with the wind tunnel on his hand, Sango, the demon slayer, the young fox demon, Shippo, and many other friends. I have battled with my half-brother, the full-blooded demon Sesshomaru, Naraku's wind user incarnation, Kagra, and many others have battled against me. And here beside me is Kagome. She is Kikyo's reincarnation, and the one who broke my seal. We argue sometimes, but she's an important friend that I can't live without. I'm gonna find and defeat my arch-enemy Naraku, who deceived Kikyo and me 50 years ago. Watch out, Naraku. Huh? What is it, Kagome?
I can sense a sacred jewel shard nearby.
A sacred jewel shard?
Hey, Muttface. Looks like you haven't had any luck finding Naraku yet.
Damn it, Koga. What do you want?
It's none of your business. I came here to see Kagome.
You scrawny wolf. Don't you even think about making any passes at Kagome. Damn it. I'm gonna end this once and for all. Are you ready to die?
That's a thing that happens surprisingly often in this game, is characters asking, "Are you ready to die?" even when it's a friendly match or just a goofy spar or something like that. It's kind of weird. Anyway, the way this game works, we have a primary attack which is mapped to square, and a secondary attack which is mapped to X. The secondary attack generally tends to be stronger at the cost of being slower, but it depends on the character. The game has sort of a Dynasty Warriors-esque combo system. For example, we can press square 3 times and then X 1 more time to get a different combo than if we just press square 4 times. It's the kind of combo system you've seen before in dozens of beat-em-ups, but it feels kinda nice to see it in a fighting game. It feels like treading familiar ground. It makes me feel comfortable, you know? Unfortunately, unlike other games with similar combo systems where you meant to vary your combos depending on the enemy or situation, in this game you really just want to find which combo works best for the character and stick with that one the whole time. With Inuyasha, there's 2 combos that are equally useful. There's his 4X press combo, which knocks the enemy into the air and then knocks them back, and there's his square 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 X combo, which just knocks the enemy down. The latter combo comes out faster, but the first one has a much wider reach and deals more damage. So, you know, just alternate between the two depending on the situation, even though you don't need to do that too often. You can usually just stick with one. In addition, there are the kind of mechanics you might expect from an anime fighting game. We can activate special attacks by pressing circled when our spirit power is full. How quickly the spirit power fills up depends on a few other mechanics, but we'll get into those in the next match because we're almost done here.
Get lost, you mangy wolf!
Inuyasha! Over there!
I'm going to take his Shikon jewel shards. They're mine now.
Kagra! Damn it, stop!
Wait, Inuyasha.
Why are you stopping me, Moroku?
You want to chase Kagra, but tonight is the night of the new moon. It's dangerous to go.
I know, but if I don't hurry and go after Kagra, Naraku will get Koga's jewel shards.
Calm down, Inuyasha. Tell me, if you keep chasing after her and she sees you in your human form, what's going to happen then? Sorry, but I won't let you go after Kagra. It's way too dangerous.
You won't let me? Damn it, don't get in my way, Moroku!
The way the story sets up these battles feels so contrived, you would figure that Inuyasha, of all licenses, would not have any issue setting up fights for the characters. But anyway, let's talk about the teamwork mechanics. You have an affinity with your partner, and depending on your affinity, your spirit meter may increase faster, and you may perform combo attacks. The affinity switches between bad, normal, and good, depending on your actions. If you save your partner from an enemy attack, your affinity goes up. If you ignore your partner while they're in danger, your affinity goes down. Basically, you just want to be there for your partner as much as possible, and your affinity will go up, you'll deal more damage, and it's just a good time all around. The combo attacks trigger immediately when your affinity with your partner is high enough, so you don't really need to worry about that. You can even trigger a combo special move if your affinity is at max, but it's kinda hard to get it that high. Not because the mechanics don't work properly, but because the enemy is so stupid you'll probably kill them before it gets that high. Another important thing to mention about team battles is that only the primary character really counts toward anything. As you'll see here, we destroyed Sango, but Moroku's still around and the match hasn't ended. The match only ends when we defeat Moroku, who is the primary character. Basically, your partner's just a backup. If they die, it's no big deal, and if the enemy's partner dies, it's no big deal. You have to destroy the primary character to win a match. So there's no point in wasting your efforts on the secondary character unless they're just being really irritating.
Sorry, Moroku, but I'm going after Kagra. I found you, Kagra! Give back Koga's jewel shards!
Inuyasha, be careful. Soon...
I know that. Save your breath.
Ha! What a nuisance you are. No matter, I'll put an end to this now. Kohaku, why don't you help me out here?
Alright, the last important mechanic I think we need to mention is that you can change the behavior of your AI partner. You can toggle them between aggressive, passive, defensive, and support. I always just toggle them straight to aggressive, because that makes it much easier to gang up on the primary character and destroy them as quickly as possible. Your partner's behavior also gives you a stat boost. For example, if you have your partner set to aggressive, you will deal more damage. If you have your partner set to defensive, you will take less damage. But I don't see a point in using anything but the aggressive AI behavior, because the enemy AI is simply too stupid to warrant any strategy. Any strategy beyond picking the best combo and spamming it, I mean. Now granted, if you play this game button mashing, it's not going to work. You do have to find a combo that works, but when you find that combo that works, you can just use it for the whole game until you switch characters. Then you have to find a new combo that works. It's a very casual game, it's easy to play, it's a breeze to beat. You do have to think a little bit about which combo would be the best fit for the character you're using, but your strategy won't differ aside from that. That's not to say I think the game is bad or not worth playing. You know, it's a very casual game, but it's still good if you want a casual fighting game. There aren't a lot of those. And this game belongs to a very sparse subgenre.
All right, I got Koga's jewel shards back. Huh? I recognize that scent. Kikyo!
Inuyasha!
Kikyo, it's you.
Inuyasha? That's right. Tonight is the night of the new moon.
Kikyo, what are you planning on doing?
Naraku is steadily gaining strength. He must be defeated before it's too late.
You're going to Naraku by yourself?
Do you plan to stop me, Inuyasha?
Of course, as if I'd let you go to Naraku on your own.
I must destroy Naraku. Do not interfere.
Kikyo, I won't let you do this on your own.
It's kind of beautiful how desperately this game tries to find legitimate reasons for the characters to fight. Anyway, we're playing as human Inuyasha, which means our 4X combo is pretty useless, so we're going to use our square, square, square X combo instead. Kikyo is great at long-range combat, but when you get close to her, she's just kind of fucked. There is one stage hazard here, and it's a giant fucking centipede dragon that just flies around everywhere, and if it hits you, it hurts a lot. But it's more likely to hit the AI because they have no concept of its existence. I brought it up before, but the AI in this game has issues. We are playing on normal difficulty, but the AI has no concept of punishing someone for wasting their combo. The moves are not poorly made, so after you execute a combo, you will be open for a brief period, a period the AI could use to hit you, but they never do. They just stand there and let you start another combo. It takes them far too long to attack back. The AI seems to have almost no concept of which moves are best used for which situation either. I mean, the tools are all there, and the game mechanics all work fine. The issue is just that the AI is way too fucking stupid. But it's not, like, offensive to play or anything, you know, there's enough variety in moves and characters to last you the hour the story modes take. And it's a fun combat system, the hit sounds are satisfying, the hit sparks are satisfying, the moves are fun to watch. It's just not a game that's great for thinking, and if you know that going in, it'll probably be fun, you know?
This is it.
Kikyo!
To be defeated by you in your human form. It would seem that I do not have the power to defeat Naraku. Go, Inuyasha. Naraku should be in the castle, just ahead.
Okay, Kikyo. I promise to destroy Naraku! Naraku!
Inuyasha, I didn't think you'd make it this far. Inuyasha?
Move, Sesshomaru! Naraku's mine!
He is my prey, Inuyasha. Stay out of my way.
Not on your life!
If you're going to interfere, Inuyasha, then I'll simply kill you first.
As usual, your listening skills stink. I guess I'll just have to put an end to you first!
I nominate, as usual, your listening skills stink as the greatest Inuyasha line of all time. Anyway, Sesshomaru's a joke. Like, really a huge joke. The AI has no idea how to play as him. Unless he's facing a specific character. But, you can totally just utterly wreck this fucker with anybody except one specific character. This stage we're fighting in has some hazards and gimmicks worth mentioning, but I'm not going to bring them up here because Sesshomaru's going to die really fast. I'll bring them up in the next fight, which is more interesting. Hey look, one of our combination attacks. The AI basically just has to stand still and get fucked when we do a combination attack. I guess it would be irritating if you were on the receiving end of that, but you never would be.
Okay, Naraku, your miserable life is about to be over.
Do you think you can defeat me so easily?
Naraku, do you remember what happened 50 years ago? I'm gonna end this whole thing, here and now.
You're seriously wrong if you think you're gonna get your way.
This is the final battle. Let's do it, Kagome!
Okay, cool, so it's the final fight against Naraku. Naraku can teleport around, which is irritating, especially since we're playing as a melee-heavy character, but our strategy remains the same. We just switch between two combos until he dies. The only difference is he takes slightly longer to kill because he teleports around like an asshole. He barely manages to get an attack off because he attacks really slow. As for the stage gimmicks, there are sometimes purple clouds that appear that drain health excessively fast, but the AI is too stupid to get out of these clouds, so it's just as likely to kill them, if not more likely. Kind of an underwhelming final confrontation, but, you know, whatever. The most generous way I could think to put this game's challenge, if you want to call it that, is that you have to solve one puzzle when you pick a character, and that puzzle is, which combo do I use? And then after that, the whole game is figured out for you. As that character, at least. So yeah, this has been Inuyasha's story. There are 3 more. They're okay. This whole game is okay. It's pretty simple. It's gonna be easy to record the rest.
Isn't it a relief that we finally destroyed Naraku for good?
Yeah.
Hey, Inuyasha. When we first met, you said you wanted to use the Shikon Jewel to become a full demon. Is that still what you want to be? A full-fledged demon, I mean?
I don't know. It sorta would be nice to be even stronger, though.
Personally, I like you just the way you are, Inuyasha.
What? But if I stay like this, I might not always be able to protect you.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
It was nothing. Just drop it, okay?
Silly Inuyasha. You don't need a full-fledged demon's power, so you don't need the Shikon Jewel shards. The Inuyasha I've come to like is the one that does his best, even as a half-demon.